Unilever, Nestle, Pernod, companies that are probably trying to distract investors by wooing them with cash. That seems to be the theme today among those consumer giants, doesn't it?
When you especially talk about Unilever and Nestle, you're talking about huge consumer product conglomerates that have just had a slowdown in organic growth in the past few years. Especially, they've had weak pricing power because of deflation and customers going to Amazon. And these companies really have to rethink their business model. Unilever was approached by Kraft Heinz last year, and Nestle had a stake taken by Dan Loeb. So they've tried to get rid of low-growth businesses. They're trying to snap up more healthier, natural food products, and giving cash is another way to kind of keep shareholders happy. But if you look at the main things, they still have to boost their organic growth, especially their pricing, and that's why the shares have had a lackluster kind of result today.
Some M&A today, Shire, which we'll talk about with Manuel, but wow, what a day. 1 minute it's Takeda, Shire rejecting it. Next minute we've got Allergan interested. I mean, Shire is certainly in the mix, isn't it? It's a company that investors that companies want to buy.
It's a bigger trend of, we've seen a lot of healthcare M&A this week. Procter & Gamble bought Merck's consumer health business. You also saw, I believe it was Sanofi selling one of their units to Advent earlier this week.
Right.
As a lot of companies face generic drugs, going off patent, they need to find new areas of growth. It's similar story to what consumer goods are facing.
Yeah, and WPP was the big story in the advertising world in the last 7 days. Publicis came out today. Is it taking advantage of the troubles that WPP's facing and might face in the next year?
I don't know specifically if Publicis is doing that, but the business model is changing for advertising agencies as well, as a lot of marketing ad spending goes online. And Publicis reported sales that were better than expected. So I think investors are a little bit relieved that some of the problems that have plagued WPP don't appear to be spreading across the whole industry.
Any spillover from Philip Morris, P&G to this side of the pond?
Well, Philip Morris reported disappointing earnings, and the big European cigarette companies, British American Tobacco and Imperial, are two of the biggest decliners on the Stock 600 when last I checked.
Yeah.
So another fear of a consumer packaged business, facing its challenges.
Anyone doing it well in the consumer health package focused business?
Yesterday, Danone had a really good number. They've seen recovery in their dairy business. You've had luxury, LVMH, so far having really good numbers. L'Oreal, which makes makeup, again, they have a more luxury premium element.
And the Chinese are loving cognac, aren't they? We heard that from...
Yes. Again, higher margin, high-end good. That helped Pernod sales beat estimates today, and Remy, which also makes cognac, also had a good result yesterday.
Vonnie's Christmas present for me, Heather, is a 13,000 bottle of Louis XIII cognac. I think that's what it was.
Well, I guess that showed up in this quarter's results, I guess.
I hope it did.
Half drunk,
Bonnie,
I hope, Mark. I'll only accept it if it's half drunk.
We will drink it together.
You can have $6,500 worth, and I'll have the other $6,500.
I'll take that. I'll take a sip. That's worth a few $100s.